Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Denver double zip bag. It is by Pink Pony Designs. I have my paper down here on my machine table, so you'll be able to see it when I start the video. This is what it is. It's got like a short strap, a couple D-rings, cute little front zipper. I use canvas for the inside, for the lining, and I interfaced it with Pellon 809. I knew I'd remember. I've already mentioned it in the video. Of course, I'm doing this after the fact. So Pellon 809. I should have used SF 101. It's kind of stiff. The inside's a little baggy. I didn't follow the directions exactly for this piece. It's supposed to be sewn to the lining piece. I didn't do that because I wanted a big pocket, but once I sewed it together, it didn't really sit the way I thought it was going to, so it didn't really work. But also, I think the top zipper, next time I make one, I'm going to put zipper tabs on because look at the way it zips. Not cool. I don't like that, and it won't go any, it's just, I don't like it. That's just my preference. This end doesn't look bad, but that's the closed end. And it's still just, it just kind of, Anyway, and also the next time I make one, I will use the same size of strap, but I'll make it a crossbody strap. I did already show this at the end of the video, but it would be nicer to make it a crossbody so I can kind of make it long, or right now, let me clip it again. And it works. I mean, I don't know, it's small. I definitely think I would like it better as a crossbody. Also, in my last video, one of my videos, I can't remember which one it was, I mentioned, here, I got the box. This is like the logo. It's a company called Stitch Fix, and here's the inside of the box, Stitch Fix. I don't make money off them. I'm just showing you what it is, Stitch Fix, and that's like the logo. They send you pick out clothes you want on your phone. Not clothes you want, but you pick and choose designs that you like. Do you like dresses? Do you not like dresses? Do you like cardigans? Do you like jeans? Do you like mom jeans? Do you like all that? You kind of give them ideas of what kind of clothes you like. And every month or every 2 weeks, how you determine how often you get the Stitch Fix box. They will send you a box full of clothes or whatever, and you can try them on. It's $20 for shipping, but if you try them on and you decide, like, this is a dress that I got from the same place, I like it. Let's say the dress, I don't remember now, but let's say the dress was like $60. They would take the $20 off that I already paid for shipping, and I would only owe $40. So I would send all the other stuff back and keep this, and they would just charge my PayPal or whatever I pay with. Some people don't like to do that, but right now, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because right now there's a lot of dressing rooms that are closed. So it'd be nice to go to the store and buy stuff, but you still can't try it on. So then you got to go to the store, pick it out, come home, try it on. If it doesn't fit, then you got to make sure it's ready for when you go back to town. You can take it back to town to return it, all that good stuff. So I don't know why I'm getting into all this, but in one of my last videos, I said that I would wear the dress. It's really long. You can get my socks on. It goes all the way down to my feet. It fits perfectly. I love it. It's so comfortable. But anyway, I have quite a few things I've gotten from Stitch Fix. So, I'm not affiliated. I'm not making money off of them, nothing like that. I just thought I'd give you guys an idea of another option instead of going to the store and picking stuff out, bringing it home, trying it on, taking it back, all that good stuff. They do all the work for you. And if you don't like anything out of the box, you just lose your $20 for this shipping. To me, that's not that big of a deal. But anyways, back to the bag that we're here to talk about. I do like the bag. I like the size of it. I definitely like the options, the card slots, all that good stuff. I will be making my own with waterproof canvas. Excuse me. I'll be making my own with waterproof canvas, and the lining will be a little bit different. I'll probably still do card slots, but I'll make it my own. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. I'm fine with that too, whatever. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the video. Okay, so what we are going to do first, according to the pattern, is take care of our zipper. In the instructions, it says to have an 8-inch zipper. I did cut mine to 8 inches, but it is a zipper by the yard, so it's not like the kind that you buy that's got the little things on the end. I'm gonna steam it really quick. It wasn't really steam, but okay. After we put the zipper pull on, it wants us to cut it to 7 3/4. I am just enlarging my pattern here so I can read it a little better. 7 3/4. So, and as you can tell, when I put my zipper on, this end got a little wonky. So I'm gonna zip it up and just kind of open it. And that way this is nice and straight. I'm going to cut it at 7 3/4. I'm just gonna take my friction pen and make a mark so I know I'm exact. And then I will trim it off. I'm sure it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're gonna make it perfect anyways. Okay. You can see my little marks that I made. I'm just gonna trim this. It's gonna go flying. Okay. Make sure I got it just right. Let's double check. Oh, wrong way. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll get it eventually. Okay. 7 3/4. Now we're going to take our zipper tabs. We'll start with this one. And we're going to sew it zipper right side up, zipper tab right side down. Line up those edges. And we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to flip mine over so I can see my zipper here. Okay. 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side while I'm at it. Zipper tab right side up, zipper right side down. Line up that's why you want it nice and straight when you trim it. So you can get it nice and straight on your zipper tab. Okay. And then we're going to flip them over and top stitch 1/8 inch. This is the first time I've ever made this, so I probably will be stopping and starting the video a lot just to refer to the pattern. All right, so this is what it looks like. We're just going to flip that up and do a top stitch right across there. Okay. I like to do at least 1 or 2 stitches, back stitches. It's just kind of habit. Okay. There is that. And then we're going to take your piece G, which is your lining, and this is how you're going to be seeing it. This is upside down for me. So if you want your front pocket to unzip and it's closed from the left, this is how you're going to lay your zipper down. If you want it closed onto the right side, you're going to lay this on the right side. So that's totally up to you. Just make sure when it's closed, that's where you want it to be when you're looking at it. And I want mine closed to the left because I always unzip. That's the way I do it. So we want our lining right side up. Place your zipper with the ends covered right side up with your zipper pull to whichever end you want it to be. And then you're going to take piece C, and it has a bit of an inward angle. Let me get my pattern piece here. See if you can tell. Probably not. It kind of angles just a little bit. So you want to make sure you have it on right, but this is what we got so far. Piece G right side up, zipper right side up. And this is what it'll look like when it's finished. It's kind of curling, not curling, angling in. This end is shorter than this end, okay? I think I explained that good enough. But what we're gonna do is take it like this and just fold it over. So the longer edge meets up with all these edges, okay? Of course, you're gonna have the pattern hopefully in front of you, and she explains it a lot. Okay, I had a call and I have someone stopping over here in just a minute. So I'll be stopping the video again, but okay. G, right side up. Zipper, right side up. I'm gonna go ahead and baste this on just so the zipper stays in place. So before I do anything with this, let's go ahead and just baste this on. Grab some clips. That will make it easier. If you wanna put a center mark and line up your center marks, that would be a good idea. But I'm not, so yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and just baste this on, about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, that's gonna make this next part a little easier. Okay, remember it's angling up. That's how it's gonna end up. But we wanna sew this long edge onto this edge. So just fold it down. And then we're gonna do 1/4 of an inch all the way along here. So you can go ahead and clip it. Maybe. Goodness. I'm getting there. Okay. Let's see. All right, 1/4 of an inch. Let's move that zipper pull out of the way right now. Okay. Put that zipper pull back. Okay. Okay. I had someone stop and then I had to deal with that. And then I had to read the instructions really good to make sure I was doing this right. So when I finished, we just sewed G to the zipper and C, and we made like a little sandwich. Normally we would fold this up, top stitch and all that good stuff, but it wants us to fold all of this away from the zipper. So we have this raw zipper edge up here. So we're supposed to press, but I used vinyl, so I'm not going to press. I'm not even gonna press my lining. I think it'll be fine. But we need to take piece H and we're gonna lay it right side up. I'm gonna unzip my zipper pull here about halfway. All right, there's piece H. Now we're gonna take this piece and this side, the right side of the zipper is what we're going to face. Let's see, with your zipper, right side, okay. It's gonna go like this, okay? So your zipper pull is gonna be up. We're gonna line that up there, okay? And I am going to go ahead and baste this so it doesn't move. I don't think it said to in the instructions, but I am going to just because. No reason, I just want to. I think everything just lays better and stays better when I baste. So I guess that's kind of an explanation. So just 1/8 of an inch, I'm gonna go ahead and sew. Just move that out of the way. Okay. Move that zipper pull. Okay. Okay. So, whoa. All right, so far we have piece H face up, and then we have our zipper pull section face up as well. And now we're going to take piece B and face down over top of that with the notches out of the way. And then we're going to clip and then do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to flip it so I can see my stitch line from basting. Hopefully I'm explaining this well enough. I know a lot of sewists, sewers, whatever you want to call us, will make a pattern before doing a video on one. I don't have a lot of time to do that, so I just kind of learn as I go or figure it out as I go. And hopefully that's okay with you guys, because I don't have time to perfect it before I do it. Okay. So it says, blah, blah, blah. Place the B piece wrong side up on top and on top. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I just want to double check my instructions. Make sure I'm doing it right. All right. Let's move a zipper pull. And then we're going to fold all of the edges away from the zipper again. Okay, fold that away. So you should have 2 lining pieces. If you flip it over and open that, you should have 2 exterior pieces. All right. Okay, it wants us to top stitch the bottom one, which would be this one, not the top one. So all of our pieces are away from the zipper. You can see the zipper no matter what. If you can press, I highly recommend pressing this because it's wanting to flop open. But anyway, we're gonna top stitch this bottom one and then move on to the next step, which I don't even know what is yet because I gotta look at the pattern. Okay. Just make sure your lining is out so it doesn't get caught in the zipper. I guess lining is out of the way, not just out, but yeah. Okay. So this is at the end of step 4, I believe, in the pattern. This is what you should have. Top stitched along the bottom. And this flappy bit still flapping around. And that. Okay, now it says to turn your piece over so you have the lining side up. Take your top G piece, which is right here, this big one, and fold it down towards the other lining piece, matching up the bottoms of your linings and the exterior piece, and clip in place. So we're gonna match up the bottom of our linings, well, and exterior piece, yep, and clip in place. With the clips still in place, top stitch the top piece of the zipper from the folded edge to secure the folded lining. So I believe that means, because it's weird, okay? So we're gonna kind of fold that up, I believe is what it wants us to do. You don't want it down like that. Make that bubble come all the way up. I'm gonna go ahead and clip my sides just to make that stay. Okay. This seems to be right. So now it's like got a bit of a fold up here. And when we top stitch, it's going to enclose that fold and keep it there. So now we are going to go ahead and top stitch. Make sure that fold, you're catching it when we top stitch. This seems like a pretty simple pattern. I did read through the instructions once, but having never done it before, I mean, it's, you know, it's going to be a little hard to remember the, you know, all the steps. All right, whoops, with the clips still in place. Oh, already did that. Now it says to add any decorations you might want on the front of your bag. So that would be like the handmade tag, I'm assuming it's talking about. So if I wanted one of those on my bag, right now would probably be a very good time to do it since the bottom is still open. So I am gonna go ahead and do that. I have, oh yeah, good old killer thinks somebody's H-E-R-E. You get them, buddy. All right, I'm gonna make, I opened my clasps. How do you say that? Anyway, I opened these little things up where they're gonna poke through my material. I'm just gonna make a couple little indents on my little scrap piece of Decoville Heavy. And then I'm gonna poke holes where those indents are. I am not going to iron any Decoville onto my vinyl. I feel that it leaves marks, like indentation marks almost. So let's go ahead and take these off. I have a center ruler. It has a 0 in the center, so it's pretty easy to find my center. I think I'm gonna go maybe 2 inches down from this folded edge right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just line that up with that seam and center it out. I will use my like a Tandy leather pen. I'll go ahead and use it. Turn this sideways. Yep. Let's see, making sure I got it nice and centered. I might actually need my friction pen. I can't see my marks. 1 second, guys. Okay. Now, before you poke your holes, make sure you move all the other stuff out of the way. Go ahead and poke a couple holes. Okay. I'm making a mess over here. All right. Put this in and this in. Poppy, it was, oh my goodness. A motorcycle. A motorcycle went by and you could hear its radio. So yeah, that's what this barking's all about. Okay. Whew. So I put the little legs, we'll call them because I can't say the word clasps correctly. I put the legs in for my tag. Then I put my Decoville Heavy on top. I did not iron it, nothing, just put my legs through that also. And then I put the washer on and then I bent the legs out. I'm going to go ahead and get a small piece of duct tape to put over those to kind of hopefully keep them there, but also keep from poking through, you know, my lining and stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and clip it again because I believe I have to base the bottom now. Let me look. Yes. Add any directions you might want on the front of your bag now. Excuse me. Then sew another 1/8 inch from the bottom to secure the lining to the exterior. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So that's our front. And I did miss a little bit, but for the most part, it's all secure. It's not gonna go anywhere. All right, moving on to number 7 is with the lining. With the disappearing marker, or I would say a friction pen. Okay, mark the following on your D card pocket piece. I do not think I cut that out. So let me go and double check. Okay, so I didn't think it was right to give you the measurements because you definitely want to refer to the pattern, and plus I had to kind of confuse myself to figure it out anyways. But once you've made your pressing marks, you'll have something that looks kind of like this. We want to go ahead and top stitch these 3 folds. So start with any of them, whichever one you want to start with, and 1/8 of an inch. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop and start and clip each one. So if you want to fast forward through this, by all means, go ahead. But I top stitched the one. I'm gonna go ahead and just fold these out of the way and top stitch the next one. Okay. I should be running out of bobbin soon as well. I did not start with a full one. Okay. Okay. All right, now all three are top stitch. I don't know if you can see that. So that's what we have now, and we want to go ahead and get our side pieces. I don't know what letters they're called. Let me look. I'm sure there's a letter. An E? Yes. We have 2 E's. We're just going to go ahead and put one on each side. We're going to sew them together, okay? So, let's see. I'm going to put my flat pieces facing up and then my pocket pieces here facing down, just because it's a little easier. And now there's a train and he thinks someone's honking. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Sew together with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. What's the matter, buddy? It'll be all right. It's okay. All right, open that up. We're gonna do a top stitch line along both of these. So we're gonna go ahead and, I'll go ahead and do this other side first, and then we'll do the top stitching. So I'm using a different stitch length for the top stitching. Okay. It's all right, Pops. I'm trying to do all this type of sewing with a 3.5, and then when I top stitch, I change it to a 4. So it's not that big of a difference, but it's completely up to you, whatever you want to do. All right, let's fold those. I am pressing my seam outward and top stitching on this flatter panel. Instead of moving my needle, whoa, I'm just gonna run along the bottom here, even though my machine did not like that. Okay. That is that. And let me see if I got a card in here. I do. Now we have little card slots. We can put our cards in. 3 of them. That will be really cute. Awesome, I like that. Very cool. Okay. Whoa, getting a little ahead of myself. Now it wants us to fold it in half and match up the bottom. So I will do that. Fold in half and sew a seam in the bottom of 1/4 inch from the bottom, just below the last fold. So that would be, you can kind of feel the last fold. I don't know if you can see it. See, it's right there. We're doing a 1/4 inch from the bottom. So it'll be just before that fold. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So put one more clip. Make sure it's straight. All right. That's what it looks like. I know it's hard to see the stitching, but that's what we got right now. Okay, and then, oh, fold. I did it wrong. So I'm gonna have to Yeah, darn it. I'm gonna have to seam rip. This was supposed to be right sides together. Ugh. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna seam rip and then we'll do it the right way. Okay, and the funny thing is I'm staring at the pattern over here on my laptop and it shows clearly that this is folded wrong sides together. But I, of course, didn't want to look at it like that and do my own thing like I always do, and that's what happens when Serenity doesn't follow the directions exactly. I was going to say you couldn't even see the fold because it was right sides together, but now you can see the fold and you can kind of see how close I was to it. All right, let's do this the right way this time. All right, surprised I still have bobbin thread. It's got to be running out soon. Now, turn through open sides and top stitch 1/8 inch from the top all across. Okay, well, maybe if I can turn you up a little bit. Hope I didn't interface this with the wrong stuff because I cut this all out and interfaced it like a week ago. I'm gonna hit it with my iron a little bit, maybe it'll get softer. But I don't have the steam option on, that would be why. I know heating up my waterproof canvas makes it a little more softer, so yeah, that worked actually. I used, what did I use? 809, I think. I'll double check. I'm probably, if you're watching this, obviously, I probably already said it in the intro, but I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I cut these out and interfaced them. It's just been laying there waiting for me to use or to make. All right, turn through all the open sides and top stitch an 1/8 inch from the top all the way across. So to know which way your top is, you gotta make sure this is where your cards go in. You don't want it to be upside down. Okay, so this is the top because that's how we put our cards in. 1/8 inch. I am going to press it again really quick since it's all wrinkly. Front and the back. Okay. Top stitch, 1/8 inch. There's that. Okay, place it with one side. Place it with one side of the bottom edge to the side on a G lining piece. So I'm holding it upside down for you guys here. Okay. Mine is, oh, one side to one side. I get it. I don't know why. I think it's going to be off if I do that. Sew in place the bottom 1/8 from the edge, then sew again exactly in the seams of our top stitching up here. So basically sew the top and sew the bottom. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video again really quick just to reread the instructions. 1 second. Okay, I got it. I don't have to sew the edge right here. I can center it. And that's what I'm going to do. It wants me to go down 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and put my ruler there and lay this on top. Let me flip this upside down so I got my, well, just because. That is not the center. I'm just trying to find the center right now so I kind of have an idea where things should lay. And I'm going to put it right there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and top stitch all the way across, even though it looks like it tells me to do, you know what? Let's top stitch the bottom. Let's just do it. I am not pinning. It's kind of hard to pin because it's on top. I feel like I'm out of bobbin. Yep, out of bobbin. I knew it was coming. All right. Let me get another one here. seems to happen when we're top stitching, doesn't it? Okay. There's that. Okay. Let's cut all our threads here. Oh, I tried to pick the G. I thought it was thread. All right, so now what we have is just the bottom sewn on. And I got to thinking when I was just doing this, I could sew the sides here. Yeah, you don't sew the top, so it's like one big pocket plus these. Definitely. So I'm just gonna baste these down, and I'm gonna flip it over so I can see. I'm pretty sure that's what it's telling me to do anyway. Oh, okay. It's telling me to sew over top of these to attach to the lining, but I think I'd rather have a big pocket instead of 3 little pockets. So I'm gonna leave that unsewn right there. Okay, let's just baste this down. I'm not sure, it might tell us to do this, it might not, but either way, I'm gonna do it. Okay, that way it won't move when I'm trying to sew everything together. Do the other side. And I'm not even 1/8 of an inch. I'm like 1/16 of an inch away from the edge or something. It's like really close. And then that's what we got. The big pocket and the card pockets. Awesome. I'm gonna trim these off so they are even with the back. And that's what we have. That's the back. And that is the front. That is one side of our lining. I'm not doing a pocket on the other side. I think it calls for one. It may not, but I am not doing it regardless. I don't think it does, because otherwise it would, oh yep, it does. Next up in the directions, it does tell you how to make the pocket for the inside, but I'm not putting a pocket on. So that's my bad. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the final zipper installation, which is number 22. And it's basically just like putting any type of zipper pouch together. So I'm gonna kind of look at the directions here real quick, but I don't really think I need to. Take one of your lining pieces and place it right side up. Okay. On top, place your 9-inch zipper right side up, edge to edge with the long side without the corner cutouts. So I have the zipper, I just have not cut it. Whew, so I need to do that. This is not a very well planned out video, but yet it's not going to be that long either, because it's a pretty easy bag to make. So I'm going to go ahead and just measure this. What did it say? 9 inches. Okay. Whoa. Looks pretty good. A little bit extra right there. I'm going to melt the edges a little bit so they don't fray. No one's going to see them. They're going to be hidden. Okay. I don't think I need that iron anymore. All right. This one, they do not have you putting zipper tabs on. I don't understand why. I think it would look better with zipper tabs, but I'm going to do what it says. So we're going to go ahead and place this right side up. Place the zipper right side up. Line up those edges. Next, we would put your other exterior piece on top, but I want to baste this. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. So lining right side up, zipper right side up, and then we're just going to baste. don't like this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Zipper is, I'm so used to just using zipper tabs that I'm not crazy about this. I want to do it. Okay. I am basting. There we go. Just be careful you don't let your zipper pull full off the end there. Okay. There's definitely other ways to do this, for sure. But, okay. And then, let's see, see, I'm doing this opposite of what I am used to doing it, but that's okay. So when it closes, all right, let's just go ahead. I gotta figure out when it closes if I'm doing it right. I'm telling ya. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to do another video after I've done this one to like do it right. All right, the zipper and the exterior. Okay, exterior, right side up. We're gonna put these right sides together, okay? Your zipper is going this way, which that's where it's confusing me because I wanna make sure my zippers go the right way. And I never do it like this, so I'm kind of lost. I don't know why. I'm definitely lost though. Maybe I just need to turn the video off and try again later. Okay. Pull that out of the way. I don't know why I'm confusing myself, but I am somehow. That's all right. All right, kind of zip that up. Pull everything away from the zipper, okay? Okay, I wonder if it's gonna have us top stitch. Let me see, yes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and top stitch. I always like to top stitch from the exterior. That's where the better stitching is. It shows your top thread stitching. Make sure everything's lined up nice. Okay. Definitely will be a lot smoother the next time I make one, which that's how it goes. Okay, so now we want to take, I'm not even going to go by the pattern anymore since I kind of know what I'm doing, I think. I better just go by the pattern, huh? All right, let's take our exterior right side up. Take this exterior right side down. You want to put the right sides together, okay? Right sides are together. Make sure all these zipper pulls are out of the way. And we are going to baste this as well. So make sure all the edges line up nice and neat. Mine are going to be off a wee bit, but not too bad. Again, make sure all those zipper pulls are out of the way. Okay, we're going to baste it. And I'm going to turn my stitch length down again. Okay, let's reach in and move that zipper pull out of the way a second. Whew, it's a big one. There we go, lay down. Okay, let's move it back without pulling it all the way off. Okay. Okay, so I know there's going to be some of you that are like, oh my gosh, why did she even put a video out there if she's never even done the bag before? How are we supposed to learn anything? You know, I mean, I sit down and watch some videos and nobody's perfect. And I like to see that other people mess up just as much as I do. You know, I read the instructions And then I go and do it and I'm like, oh, I just did it wrong. Even though I just read the instructions like 3 times, I still did it wrong. You know, we're all human. So, okay, right side up for your other lining piece and then right side down for your other lining. So you're putting your lining pieces together to sandwich that zipper. So, so yeah, if any of you don't like that, you know, I didn't practice this pattern first, you know, then that's fine. You can put a thumbs down on the video if you like, or you can just stop watching. I'm not trying to be mean, honestly. I want everyone to like be happy, and I'm not gonna be able to please everybody, but I just think it's nice to show that, you know, I'm human just like everyone else, and I make mistakes, and I don't have a lot of time to record, so I don't have time to do the practice bags, you know. But I did hear that, I mean, unfortunately for me at work, they may be going down to only 1 unit, which means they may be laying off again. And that would be in November. So, and maybe having a lot more time on my hands again towards the end of the year. So, not good for work related, but good for home and sewing and making videos related, right? So maybe I will be able to do more practice ones later in the year and all that good stuff. So we'll see. Okay, this one ended up being a little bit off. The size is a little off. Let me look here. That it's just one of these patterns that is not the greatest. We're gonna make it work. All right, I'm gonna take out, fold everything away from your zipper. You want the zipper to be in the middle, okay? This is what it should look like. You want your vinyl facing up or exterior, whatever it is you're using. Now what I was saying is, can you see that there's like, the vinyl exterior is a little poofier on this side? When I line up this bottom, it has like a poof to it. So I'm going to just kind of smudge it, if that's even a word, not smudge, but I'm gonna make it work. But we're gonna top stitch. I really don't like that there's no, yeah, no zipper tabs on the end of this. I just don't think it's gonna look right, but yeah. All right, it has us making D-ring holders now. Going to fold this into the center. I did not make a center mark, but these are the pieces. You'll have to refer to the pattern to get the size, but fold it in half to get a center crease, open it back up and take these long edges and fold those into that center piece. It works a little better if you use your iron. So I'm gonna go ahead and press it really quick. Okay. So this is what you've got, okay? And then you're gonna, this is what you've got. And you go ahead and just fold it. It's kind of like making straps. You fold it in half again to hide those raw edges. And then we're going to, I don't have very good clips. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew. Okay, well, I'm doing this my way. I'm not gonna read the instructions. I'm just gonna sew this shut. And before I sew the other one, I want to go ahead and press this one really quick too. And I'll just kind of chain piece sew them. Okay, give it a quick press so it stays. All right. My dress keeps getting underneath the wheels on my chair. All right, so put that out of the way. 1 second, guys, hang on. Okay, so this is what we've got, 2 little pieces. Go ahead and take your D-ring, slide it in there, and fold it over, and now you have a D-ring. Whatchamacallit. Let's go ahead and slide the other one on so it's on and ready to go. Okay. Now I'm just looking to see if it's telling us to baste it. It is. So we're just going to baste these short edges so it doesn't shift. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm using a small stitch length just because it's such a small piece. Okay. Now we have these, and I'm going to refer to the pattern to see where I need to place them. So we don't want to get that part wrong. Okay. We're going to place them in between the 2 zippers, basically. So on this piece, I'll hold it up. We're going to put them on this piece, in between the 2 zippers. So, and you'll want them to face in. I don't know if, does that help? Sorry, guys. So you want them to face in, okay? And it looks like they just have them lining up. Okay, I'm gonna fold your lining out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and baste them on just so they stay right in the center. I'll hold it up and show you when I'm done. Okay. Let's do the other side. Did I fold my lining out of the way? I thought I did. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let me make sure here. Yeah, we want to fold it up and we're good. Don't mind me, just talking to myself, you know. Okay. Okay. Trim these. All right. Now if you hold it up, just like so, your D-rings are right here, okay? All right, that's where we're at now. And now is the fun part. Open all these up halfway so we don't sew through them. Open everything up. We want to put right sides together of everything. Right sides of your exterior together and right sides of your lining together, okay? So this big thing right here. Now we're going to just clip all the way around. I'm going to use these clips because they're sturdier. They hold more. We got some thick edges and stuff going on here. So some of my zipper tabs I didn't trim, so I will trim that after I sew. Just in case yours are like that, that's why I'm letting you know that it's okay. You can fix it. Okay. Just going to clip all the way around. I'm going to get my edges first. I feel like that's the most important. Take your time, no rush. Make sure you get it all good. The bottom, we're going to leave a pretty good hole to flip our bag through. So I'm only going to clip the very edges, so that reminds me that I need to not sew all the way across. And this is the one that was kind of messed up a little. So what I'm going to do to fix it, I don't know if it was on my part or what, but can you tell that this is long, one side's longer than the other? It should line up perfectly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sew it with the smaller one on the top like I have it. And I'm going to pretend that this isn't sticking out basically, and then I'll trim it off. And the same with these, I'll show you when I get to them. But just have your smaller panel on the top when you're sewing so you can refer to it for your seam, whatever it is, your seam allowance that we're going to sew. So instead of like pulling it down to match and stretching it and all that, just leave it the way it lays and just clip. And we'll just trim that little bit of extra from the other panel off when we get to it. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, refer to the pattern really quick. Make sure you leave the bottom opening. I got it, 1/4 inch seam allowance. Make it a little bit bigger when you're sewing your lining, because you want your lining to be a little bit more smaller than your exterior so it fits well. So I'm gonna start really close to this corner actually, because I want a pretty good size hole in the bottom to turn through. So here we go. Sew all the way to that notched corner. Just lift your foot and bring it back down on the other side. If you made sure your zipper pulls are out of the way, you shouldn't have anything to worry about sewing over. As you get to the center part, start making it a little bit smaller because we're getting closer to our exterior. You want that 1/4 inch seam allowance. Take your time, especially if you're using a domestic, it's gonna be hard to get over those seams. Make sure your D-ring, I'm just double checking, make sure your D-ring hardware is out of the way. Okay. All the way to the corner notch. Oh, I pulled too far, that's all right. All right, bring it back down. Remember, don't look at that bottom panel if yours is bigger like mine. Look at the top one and do your 1/4 inch seam allowance from it. Back stitch it whenever you start and stop. Okay. Remember, you're getting close to that D-ring again. Make sure it's out of the way. Here. Okay. All right, trim my jump threads here in those corners. Probably don't really have to, but I just do. Okay, so we've sewn all the way around and we left an opening here. Now you can see that my bottom panel was a little bit longer. So all I'm gonna do now, and you can see it on the here too, I'm gonna cut that little bit off that's extra. Wherever I see the gray, I'm gonna cut, okay? That's what I'm doing right now. Along with my zipper tabs that were a little long earlier, I wanna trim those off too. And since we used a 1/4 inch seam allowance, we don't really have to cut our seam allowance down much. So I wouldn't, it's up to you. I'm not even gonna look in the pattern because I'm not gonna do it. I should look in the pattern, but it may say to cut him down, trim your seam allowances down to 1/8 of an inch, but I'm just not gonna do it. Bad. Okay, come on. Oh, just how accidents happen. Whew, okay. Now we're going to sew our corners. If you have to, reach up through that hole. You can unzip your zipper more now since everything's enclosed. But reach up in your hole and pinch these together. If you're gonna nest them, make sure your seams go the opposite way. If your seams are big enough that you can open both of them, open both seams and line them up. I like to nest, that's what I prefer to do, so that's what I'm going to do. When you're at the bottom of the bag here and you nest your seam this way, make sure it's going the same way when you get to the other corner. It just helps everything lay nicer. I did get a wonderful suggestion in another video from, I believe it was Susie, told me to do that. And yeah, sometimes I forget to check that. Very, very good suggestion there. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch. I'm assuming that's what I need to do, but I'm not gonna look. Oh, I'm bad, I know it. Okay, go ahead and trim so you can see what this looks like. And I will show you what I mean about the bottom. Okay, so this one goes this way, and this one goes that way. I just nested the seam. This is the bottom of my exterior. So when I do my next one, okay, it is facing this way. I want to make sure it continues to face that way when I nest them, okay? That way, the bottom of the bag will lay nicer because both of the seams are pointing the same direction, okay? And then we're just going to do the same exact thing with the lining side. So that's what I'm going to do now. Get in there. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do the lining. I can maybe back up a little bit, huh? Kind of reach inside that hole if you need to. Okay, now that I'm looking at my lining on the wrong side, it's definitely, I definitely used 809 interfacing. I had some to use up, so that's, I'm remembering now. That's why I used it, because I don't use it anymore. I use Woven Fuse from Barb's Bags, got interfacing. So I just haven't used my 809, and I thought, since this is my first time ever making this bag, I'll probably mess it up, or I'll probably just give it away, or whatever. So I thought, well, that's what I'll use for it. Same thing with this one, even though there's an opening, whatever that bottom seam, whichever way that bottom seam points, you want it to point the same way over here. But yeah, so hopefully in November, I mean, I don't mind taking the layoffs. I like getting time out of there. I mean, a lot of people do like getting time out of their jobs. But, so hopefully I'll be able to do a few more videos later in the year when I'm not so busy. All right. I'm gonna give these corners just a little bit of a trim. They don't really need it, but they're just a little wonky. They're not exactly flat. So that's all I'm doing right now, just a smidge. It's nothing crazy. I don't want to get too close to that stitching. I feel like it's just going to weaken my stitches. All right, we are almost done. Okay, we can turn it right side out. All right, go ahead and you can unzip that zipper all the way, your big zipper now. I like to grab one of these corners. It's going to be a little difficult because this vinyl I use is kind of thick. Hopefully it's not too difficult. It's a pretty big opening. Okay, I'll tell you what. Move this up a little bit. Hi. Okay. The struggle. I said hi, and my dog, of course, popped his head up right away, like, who are you talking to? What's going on over there? Surprised he isn't barking yet. Okay. This wasn't too bad. It's kind of a nice size, actually. Goodness. This part always makes me warm. So close. All right, just poking those corners out. And this is why I don't like to do no zipper tabs, because these edges, I'm not gonna like the way they, I don't know. Just going to poke all my corners. We'll get there. Okay. Fold this bottom edge in because we need to hang on, I got some strings. I need to sew the bottom of my bag shut. So fold these edges down. We'll add some clips. And we're almost done. I still gotta make the strap yet. And then that'll be it. All right, so what we've got so far. Whoops. All right, I'm just gonna sew the bottom of this shut. always start before the hole starts, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, starting before the hole was like, let's say like when you folded it, your hole starts right here. Let's say your hole was like the width of those. So I started sewing over here. That way I made sure to catch the whole entire hole that we flipped the bag through, so it won't eventually come undone. That was what I was talking about. Now we can shove this thing back in here. Not back, but in. Man, I should have used just SF101 on the lining this stiff stuff. Whew, I like the structure of it though, but I usually use waterproof canvas. So I like the size of this bag. I feel like next time I'm going to modify those card slots so I can use waterproof canvas instead. I do not like how this does not have zipper tabs. I mean, it's not my favorite I like the pattern, I like the bag, but it's not my favorite way to put it together. I think I'm going to, oh yeah, because look how, it's like, maybe if I would have sewed it like the directions said on those pieces, it would be laying better, but it's still like, I don't know. Is it even going to zip? Ooh, it'll zip. Ugh. I mean, it's cute. I like it. It's a good size. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing it again because I love the size of it for sure. But I'm not, yeah, there's just certain parts I'm not liking. Let's go ahead and do the zipper, not zipper, but strap. Let's go ahead and sew the strap up real quick so I can put it on my shoulder and see what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to, this is, I think, the dimensions it gave me. Like I said, it's been a while. I'm gonna go ahead and not even worry about the edges because I'll probably change it after the video. So yeah, I'm not even gonna like tell you what to do on this one because I just want to sew it so I can put it on. A little close to the edge, that's all right. Okay, so this is definitely not a tutorial part of the bag because I'm just flopping it together so I can put it on my shoulder. But yeah, I don't mind the bag. I like the bag. I definitely have a couple things I want to fix. So, and no, I am not doing this correctly. Don't hate me. Okay. And then we'll put this one. Let me see. This is the front. 1 second. Okay. Definitely not according to the pattern here. All right, let's clip this onto this bag and see what it looks like. I would definitely be doing a modified version, and I would do better strap next time. I think I'll make it more of like a crossbody type strap next time instead of just this. It just seems a little small. But I'll go ahead and clip these on. Oh goodness. Okay, so that is the bag. It is cute. Definitely the strap could be a little longer. I don't like the placement of these D-rings. I don't like the way the top is finished. I mean, it's cute. My stomach just grabbed. It's cute. I think I'd rather have a crossbody so I can you know, it'll be here. Let me see, let me take this off. So it'll be, you know, I can put it like here. I really do like the size, and maybe these would be okay if I bring them in a little more. There's definitely a lot of different ways we can modify this and make it fun. So hopefully if you're one of my followers, next time I do this, we can do it together and kind of make it better. Definitely waterproof canvas, for sure. But yeah, I like it, that front. The front is nice. The inside is a little baggy, and I don't think it was my seam allowances. I don't know. But I'm excited to make another one. This was kind of like my faux one to see if I liked it. But yeah, I think that's it. There's no reason to just sit here and keep chit-chatting. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. I mean, we're all different. Also hit the, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when I upload new videos. I don't have a certain amount of time in between each video that, you know, it's not like I do it like every Tuesday or every whatever. I just do it when I find time. I still work full time, and my daughter is home a lot, and my husband is, and it's just like, I find it hard to get time away from everybody to sit down and just do stuff for myself. So I upload as often as I can. So, okay, enough blabbing. I'm gonna get off here and get ready for work. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.